Most people think the most guarded secret in the American desert is a collection of frozen aliens, but the truth is actually much more terrestrial and arguably more dangerous. For over 50 years, the US government officially pretended this place didn't even exist, despite it being 83 miles from Las Vegas.
Wait, are we talking about the same Area 51? The place with the green men and the flying saucers? Please tell me we aren't debunking my childhood dreams already.
We're diving into the reality behind the myth. Today, we're looking at Homey Airport, better known as Area 51, a place where the technology of the future is born in total darkness. It all started in 1955. The Cold War was heating up, and the CIA needed a place so remote and so flat that they could test a plane that could fly higher than anything else on Earth. They found exactly what they needed at Groom Lake, a dry salt flat in the Nevada desert.
So it wasn't a choice based on hiding the evidence? It was literally just because the ground was flat?
Exactly. A Lockheed engineer named Kelly Johnson flew over the site and saw the perfect natural runway. He nicknamed it Paradise Ranch to convince workers to move their families out to the middle of nowhere. The CIA and the Air Force moved in quickly, setting up a base that didn't appear on any public maps.
If it wasn't on the maps, how did people not notice it? I mean, 1955 isn't the Middle Ages. People had cars, they were driving around Nevada.
The government surrounded the site with the Nevada Test and Training Range, a massive buffer zone. But the real noticing happened when people looked up. Imagine you're a commercial pilot in 1955, and you see something silver streaking across the sky at 70,000 feet. At that time, nobody believed a plane could fly that high.
So those early pilots saw the U-2 spy plane and thought, that's definitely not one of ours. That's where the UFO stories come from, isn't it?
Precisely. More than half of all UFO reports in the late 1950s and 60s were later attributed to classified military flights. The CIA actually loved the UFO rumors because it provided the perfect cover story for their secret spy tech. Once the U-2 program succeeded, Area 51 became the ultimate laboratory for stealth. In the early 1960s, they started testing the A-12 ox cart. This thing looked like a titanium spear and could fly at 3 times the speed of sound.
Titanium during the Cold War? Didn't the Soviet Union own all the titanium back then?
This is one of the best ironies of the base. The US set up shell companies to buy the titanium from the USSR. We literally built our secret spy planes out of metal bought from the people we were spying on.
That is some high-level trolling, but eventually the secret had to leak. When did the public start storming the gates?
The real cultural explosion happened in 1989. A man named Bob Lazar went on a Las Vegas news station and claimed he had worked at a site called S4 near Area 51, reverse engineering alien spacecraft. He described flying saucers powered by something called Element 115.
And let me guess, the government didn't issue a press release saying he was lying?
No, they did something even more suspicious. They said absolutely nothing. They didn't even admit the base existed until 2013. For decades, if you asked the Air Force about Area 51, they would just stare at you blankly.
That silence is exactly what fuels the fire. If you won't tell me what's in the box, I'm going to assume it's an alien.
And the secrecy is intense. To this day, the airspace over Groom Lake is the most restricted in the world. Security guards known as camo dudes patrol the perimeter in white pickup trucks. They have sensors in the ground that can detect the heartbeat of a human from hundreds of yards away.
All of this for some airplanes? It feels like they're trying too hard if it's just experimental tech.
Well, consider the F-117 Nighthawk, the first stealth fighter. It was developed and tested there in total secrecy for years before the public saw it in the Gulf War. When that plane finally debuted, it looked so alien that it practically confirmed everyone's suspicions. Today, Area 51 is more than a base. It's a cultural landmark. It sits right off the extraterrestrial highway in Nevada. The nearby town of Rachel survives almost entirely on tourists hoping to catch a glimpse of a light in the sky.
It's basically the capital of American folklore, but does it actually still do anything with satellites everywhere? Can they still keep secrets there?
They certainly try. If you look at Google Earth, the base is constantly expanding. New massive hangars are appearing, and the runway is being extended. It reminds us that there is a massive gap between what we know and what the military is capable of.
So it's the place where the future is hidden until it's ready. It's not about aliens, it's about maintaining the edge.
Exactly. It's where the US ensures that if a war breaks out tomorrow, they have a weapon the other side hasn't even imagined yet. The mystery is the point. The less the enemy knows, the safer the project is.
It's a genius marketing trick, too. By letting people talk about aliens, nobody is looking at the actual engine designs or radar absorbing paint.
Just remember the CIA didn't admit the base existed until 58 years after they started using it. Whatever they are doing right now, we probably won't hear about it until the year 2080.
Okay, Alex, give it to me straight. What is the one thing to remember about Area 51?
Area 51 proved that if you want to hide the world's most advanced technology, the best place to do it is behind a shield of urban legends and UFO stories. That's Wikipodia. Every story on demand. Search your next topic at wikipodia.ai